Hi, my name is Per, and today I would like to try to show you um, the many worlds within the world that we live in. And I'm not speaking of planets or uh, societies on other planets or anything like this. I'm simply speaking of how things are in this world we live. For instance, I live in Denmark, and here we have things like free school and free hospital, and what do we have more that is like uncommon in? We have free doctors, and I don't know what else, but we have a welfare system that if you don't have any money, basically it's like this: if you don't have a job, you will be provided for anyway, and this is very good. This is sort of, all this is sort of one world um, in itself, because it creates people that are not considering or not thinking of what many people refer to as survival of the fittest. They are not taking this in. They are not thinking that I need to destroy someone to get up higher in this system. I need to be better than someone else for me to get into a survivable position or something like this. So this is sort of one world that we have within uh, the Earth, or on the planet Earth. And then we can um, take like America, for instance. Um, they have healthcare benefits via their job, which means that no matter what, you're basically forced to have a job, because or else you won't be able to have health benefits in that sense. Um, Maybe I'm putting it a bit square, but that's how it is, I guess, in this example, for me to be able to make the point that I want to show you. It's not like I'm lying or making some sort of bullshit argument. It's just the way that I'm making the argument for you to be able to see a tiny bit of what I'm talking about, so that you can realize that there are multiple worlds within the world that we live in, and then go from there whatever you need to use or want to use this for. And there is also this thing in America, so to speak, where they are it seems very much they are fighting for their rights. Um, they are in a system where, for instance, if you get sued by someone, you have to pay the lawyer and so on. If you even though you win, and this means that basically, if someone sues me and I have no money, that's a way of bankrupting me. It's as simple as that. This system we don't have here in Denmark. Apparently, it works like this: that if I sue you and you win, I pay your salary for the lawyer and so on, because that's how things are. I mean, I shouldn't have tried suing you. I mean, you know what I mean? It's as simple as that, basically. Um, so, what else do they have, so to speak, that I could use to illustrate these things? I don't know if I actually need anything else. And first of all, you have to understand that I'm not trying to ditch America or ditch Denmark, or put Denmark up or put America up or anything like this. What I'm trying to do is illustrate examples of reality that creates different worlds within this world. This is basically why I'm saying these things, even though some of them sound like they're negative or positive and so on. Okay, so here goes. If I don't need to show you any other examples of these things, then basically you should see from this that it creates a total other world than where you are provided for and so on, where you don't have to worry about how do you get your next meal and so on. This creates sort of a secure world, but people that don't see it, or that don't come from this secure world, don't see it as a secure world, but as a world of people that are slacking because they don't have I'm sorry, because they don't have the driving force of I have to survive. You know, they have another driving force that is called I can do what I want because I don't have to think about surviving in that sense. That means I can take my education within the subject that I want. I don't have to jump off my education because I'm working so hard to make money for my education that I can't even stay awake for my education. So you see that it's like it's two totally different worlds that you are living in, so to speak, in this sense. So what I'm trying to get at also with this is that people that come from this secure world see this survival of the fittest thing, or whatever you want to call it or name it, as something sort of bad, because it forces you into a lot of situations where you could have been without problems, so to speak, but we are not unaware of that it puts you in situations that we wouldn't get into in that sense. And I bet it's the exact same thing with Americans that are saying this security system is way too wuss. You become some sort of guy sitting on a couch that just says, oh, why should I work if I can get money in my door every month and so on. And basically I think that sure there are people that are abusing both systems in different ways, and those are basically the only kind of people that we ever hear about, because it's stuff that are outside of the norm, so to speak, that makes it to the news because everyone sort of knows the norm, and this sort of makes it look like the world is such a different place than it is, and this is also part of what creates these other worlds, because it seems like what is going on in the news is the real world, but it's not. It's a tiny part of the real world, and in some situations it's like people are trying to inform you of something they think you should know. For instance, here's a scary story, I can use this to get people to do whatever I want, so I put this scary story out, and whatever else they are, kind of things that they are doing with medias and all these different worlds we are living in. I'm not actually really sure what this is supposed to be used for, but I got the idea, I put it down on a video, and very soon I'm gonna upload it to you, and hopefully you are watching it right now and you can use it for something. But basically what I want to say is that we have to remember, when we come from these different worlds, it's very, very extremely hard to see the other worlds unless we sort of live in them at times. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I hope it does. See you later and have fun.